What if I told you there's one single decision you could make today that could pretty much determine if you're going to retire wealthy or struggle for the rest of your life? And look, this decision doesn't require some high-paying job or a trust fund. It's just a simple strategy that most people completely overlook. So let's break down how just $100 a month can completely change your financial trajectory. All right, here's a pretty shocking fact for you. According to recent surveys, the majority of Americans, they can't even get their hands on $1,000 in an emergency. Just let that sink in for a second. More than half the country is living so close to the edge that a single flat tire could completely derail their finances. And you know, this isn't just about people working low-wage jobs. This includes people with decent careers who look like they're living a comfortable middle-class life. But the reality is, so many are just stuck in a cycle, right? You earn money, you spend money, and then you do it all over again without ever building any real wealth. You could be broke and not even know. But there is a way out of this trap. And you know what? It starts with an amount of money so small you probably won't even miss it. Let's really get into this $100 a month secret. The secret weapon? It's just $100 a month. Now, I know what you're thinking. $100? That's it? But yeah, that's it. That small amount is the key. It's the dividing line that separates people who build wealth from those who just stay stuck. That's not an exaggeration. The simple act of saving and investing this small amount puts you in a better financial spot than the majority of people around you. See, it's not really about the money itself. It's about building the discipline to consistently put something away, a discipline that, frankly, most people never develop. We all have this idea that getting wealthy happens in these big, flashy moments, a huge Wall Street deal or a tech IPO. But the real secret? It isn't exciting at all. It's consistency, it's time, and it's the incredible power of your money growing on its own. It's boring, which is probably why most people just ignore it. Okay, so let's get into the math and see how this actually works. This is the part where your $100 stops just being $100 and turns into this wealth-generating machine that works for you 24/7. This quote from Einstein really says it all. Compound interest is basically your money making its own money, which then goes on to make even more money. It's this incredible snowball effect that starts off really small but becomes an unstoppable force over time. So check this out. Look at how this whole thing plays out over a career. In the first few years, honestly, the growth feels kind of slow. But by year 10, you can see it's starting to pick up steam. But it's really in those final decades, from year 20 to 40, that the growth just becomes explosive. All right, so let's say you invest that $100 a month for 40 years. Your total out-of-pocket contribution, the money you actually put in, is $48,000. That's it. That's the sum of your own work and your discipline. Just keep that number, 48 grand, in your head. Because while you put in 48,000, your portfolio, well, it doesn't just sit there. Assuming a pretty standard 8% annual return, which is a conservative historical average for the stock market, your money doesn't just grow, it explodes to over $350,000. That right there is the magic of compounding. This chart really shows you where all that wealth came from. See that tiny little sliver? That's your $48,000. The entire rest of the pie, that huge chunk, is pure growth. It's the return your investments generated for you, working day and night. So here's the absolute crucial point. Over 85% of your final wealth didn't come from your hard work. It came from compound growth. Wealthy people really get this. There's a limit to how much you can earn from a job, but there's almost no limit to what your money can earn for you. Okay, so you get the why, it makes sense. Now let's get practical and talk about the how. Where does that first $100 even come from? It really just boils down to two simple paths. And honestly, the most successful people, they do a bit of both. You can either cut back on your expenses, or you can find ways to bring in more money. Which path you choose doesn't matter nearly as much as just committing to doing it. So on the expense side, start by just doing an audit. Call your insurance company, call your cell phone provider. They're counting on you not calling. Go through your credit card statement and cancel those streaming services you totally forgot you had. Small changes like these can easily free up $100 a month without any huge sacrifices. All right, once you've found the cash, this next step is absolutely crucial. You have to automate it. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account straight into an investment account every single month. Treat it like your rent or your phone bill. Paying yourself first, it isn't just a nice little phrase. It is the absolute foundation of financial freedom. Now, as your investment account starts to grow, something really profound starts to happen. It's this psychological shift, a change in your thinking that makes the whole process accelerate and pretty much guarantees your success long term. And this is that mindset shift. You start to see every single dollar not just for what it can buy you today, but for what it could become tomorrow. That $100 dinner out? It's not just $100 anymore, it's potentially hundreds of dollars in lost future growth. And this leads you to a choice. Most people, they fall into what's called lifestyle inflation. Every time they get a raise, they get a nicer car, a bigger apartment. But the investor mindset, that leads to lifestyle optimization. You see that extra income as more fuel for your wealth machine, not just more stuff. And why does all this matter? Because the real reward here isn't just a big number in an account, it's freedom. It's the freedom to take a risk on a new job you're passionate about. It's the capital to maybe start your own business. It's the power to grab opportunities that other people have to pass up. Ultimately, it's the power to bet on yourself. When you really, truly understand the power of compounding, you realize this. Your biggest asset isn't your salary. It's not your house. It's time. And every single month you wait to start, that's a month of potential growth you can never, ever get back. So, yeah, you've heard the saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. But the second best time is right now, today. You have the blueprint. You see how it all works. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it?